Good morning, everyone. While we're waiting for others to get in and get settled, now's a good time to grab anything you need to get comfortable. Maybe it's a glass of water or a hot cup of tea or coffee. Also, if you have items at home and you'd like to smudge, it's a good time to grab these items as we begin to ignite the healing within. If you don't have smudge at home, that's okay, relatives. I'll send you some cleansing, healing, and positive energy your way. It's a new day. It's another sunrise and another sunset and a different phase of the moon. This is our opportunity to take a moment to reflect on how we feel and decide what we need to move forward on our wellness path today. Aloha kakahiaka. Hello and good morning. My name's Malia and I'm a community healer at the HIR Wellness Institute. We are a non-profit organization that focuses on the mental health and wellness of our relatives of Turtle Island, as well as other Indigenous and underserved communities, and also victims of crime. You can join us here every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. where we will always breathe, stretch, explore ways to integrate self-care and wellness into our daily lives, and we will always honor our cultural traditions, our customs, our ancestry, our strength, and our resilience. So thank you so much for joining us today, relatives. I'd like to take a moment to recognize our HIR Wellness Institute team members who are here with you and with me in this virtual circle of care to serve you in your wellness and on your journey and path of self-care and mental health. We have our social work intern, Mariah Jensen. Good morning, Mariah. How are you doing today? Mariah and I are here both to be with you, to hold space for you. And whatever it is that you bring to this circle today, who you are and the medicine that you bring is completely unique. You are unlike anyone else in this world and in this planet. Yes, we do have our commonalities, but nobody brings spirit like you do, and nobody brings the medicine like you do. And I want to remind you that in community activated medicine, which our CEO and founder Leah reminds us always, that the people are the medicine, and that means not only do we have the ability to hold space for others and the ability to provide that proverbial shoulder to lean on, we have the ability to do our own part of our healing. And when we're all coming here collectively to, to bring our spirit, to bring our gifts, and to be humble enough to remember that, Creator put us here for a purpose, and to be humble enough to graciously accept that purpose and share it with others is so powerful. So this morning when I woke up, I felt so compelled to come to the water, and so this is where I went. I'm at the Menominee River here in southeastern Wisconsin. And we just come here to the water for some healing. So while we're looking out at the water in the river, let's do a check-in. How you doing, relatives? How are you today? How are you? I feel so fortunate because this is right by my house. Like, I can walk here in a matter of 5 minutes, and what a blessing that is. Can see all our tree brothers and sisters and our plant relatives and our sacred water and the stone people. There's probably some crayfish and fish people close by. But how are you doing today, relatives? Let's go ahead and do a check-in. Remember, when you're here, you know, a check-in is great if you want to comment in the comment section. We love it. It contributes to community activated medicine. But the most important part for the check-in is so that you understand what you're feeling and you know where you're at, so you can decide, you know, if, how, and why you're going to move forward on your wellness path today. So let's go take a moment to do a body scan. I'm going to just turn this way. It's funny because I'm going to turn my back to the water right now so that we can have the water in the background. But being Native Hawaiian, my dad always told me, never turn your back on the ocean. Fortunately, there's no ocean behind us, but it feels weird to have the water right behind us. He meant it too. So we'll go ahead and do a body scan. Now you want to pay attention to areas of your body where you might be feeling, you know, tightness, soreness. Maybe it might be physical discomfort. You might even feel pain. And that mind-body, that connection that our body's trying to give us some sort of insight as to what we need is right there for us. So we can start at the top of the head. You can sit, lay, or recline however you want. And you can close your eyes if you want to, but you don't have to. I think I'm going to keep my eyes open. It's too beautiful for me to close them today. So we'll start at the top of the head. Taking a deep breath, scanning our forehead and our temples, our jaw, and our necks. How's your neck feeling? We're going to go ahead and scan to our shoulders. Are they tight? Do you need to relax them? Our upper or middle back. Does your spine feel aligned or is it curved? Are you hunching? Let's scan down to our lower back and our tailbone. We can even work our way down to our bottoms. Taking a deep inhale, we're going to work our way back up to our shoulders and upper arms, our elbows and forearms and wrists, palms and fingertips. How are your hands feeling? And we're going to go to our chest. How's your chest feeling? Is it tight? Are there butterflies in your tummy maybe? Is your tummy empty or full? Do you still have dinner in there from last night? We're going to go ahead and scan our way down to our hips, our inner and outer thighs and our knees, our shins and calves, our ankles and heels, the arches of our feet, the ball of our feet, and our toes. Taking a deep inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and scan our heart space. Are there feelings or emotions that are lying heavy there? Or does your heart feel full of joy or love? Or does it feel light, free? And let's go ahead and scan our thoughts. How'd you sleep last night? Did you get good sleep? Did you get not good sleep? Did you do sleep thinking all night where you're just thinking all night and you must have been sleeping, but it just feels like your head was turning all night with thoughts and things on your mind? And with that, relatives, let's do a check-in. How you doing? And guess what? You don't have to say good if you're not good. You can share. I always say here, part of healing, and this is a huge part of healing that I've been reflecting on a lot lately, especially last night, it's something about the moon, is that being authentically who you are is so important for your healing. And I mean authentically, not necessarily culturally, although it can be, but what I really mean is just allowing yourself to feel every spectrum of feeling that you have, just sitting with it. And now this is the strange part, like those feelings, they may be true, like if you're feeling, you know, love or joy or peace, or you might be worried about something, but then those deep feelings and intense feelings we have sometimes might not be true. It might be like, I'm not good enough, or I'm not capable, or, you know, just things that our minds tell us, these lies that our bodies and minds tell us for whatever reason. So just take a moment, and if you're feeling something that is like, you know, you might feel like it's like it's a dark feeling, or a feeling that doesn't that's not serving you, it's just like the body scan, you know, it's there to tell you something to pay attention to. That doesn't mean that the feelings are true if you're not feeling enough, or if you're feeling undeserving, or if you're feeling shame, but it means that there's some healing work that can happen there. So check in with yourself, or check in with the comments, but know, you know, when you're real about it, and you don't suppress it, which is part of my healing path. And I share that just because I want you to know, like, you know, I'm not trying to preach or anything, but for like my whole life, I always suppressed, and everyone probably always thought that I was like happy and really balanced and everything was great, because I would just hide it. I would swallow things behind laughter. I would swallow things behind smiling. I would swallow things by saying, I'm okay, you know, I'm good, always. So maybe part of your healing journey might be, which is seems counterintuitive sometimes, to say like, yeah, I'm not good. And that doesn't seem healing, but actually it reminds me of that kind of line that we always hear. It might sound kind of corny, but the truth will set you free. Because once you actually allow yourself to realize where you truly are on your path, then you can make a step that's going to take you in the next place. You know, if we're saying we're at the mountaintop, but really we're in the valley, it's kind of hard to take that next step. But if we say we're in the valley, you know, and we can rest there, or we're on the darkness of the moon, or we're in, you know, the shade of our emotions, just that honesty can be so, so freeing. And so I encourage you, relatives, if today is a day where you're like, I'm not okay, there's something really powerful in that. I'm not saying it's awesome that you're not okay, but it's awesome that you can actually, you know, bring yourself to say, yeah, I'm not okay, so that you can tend to it. You know, you can tend to that like that light or that fire within you, and decide what you need. Okay, so let's go to the comments. Susan says, good morning. Good morning, Susan. Oh, we also have our occupational therapist here with us. So relatives, not only do you have a social worker here for you and a counselor, you have a community healer and an advocate, you have a community engagement and Indigenous affairs director here with you, and you have an occupational therapist. We are here with you in real time. Like, this is community activated medicine. Yes, it's virtual, but we're still here to support you. If we're all here at this park together, we'd all be sitting in a circle. That's why we call it a virtual circle. So Susan, you want to check in and let us know how you're doing? Good morning, Susan. Thanks for being with us. Claudia, our occupational therapist, says good morning, Malia and Mariah and relatives. Let me see who else we got here. Jamie, our community engagement Indigenous affairs director, and beautiful Indigenous woman, one of the most healing people I've ever met in my life, says bonjour and mino. I hope I said this right. Mino gizem. Malia, Mariah, Claudia, and relatives, I love seeing you outside this morning. Thank you, Jamie. It is gray out. The Father Sky is casting gray. I love that. It feels so, I don't know. I just love that this morning. The sun's not really out yet. Maybe it won't come out today, but I just feel blanketed in thought. It feels so good. Jamie says, this is beautiful, Malia. Claudia says, this is wonderful. I went out to care for plants this morning. I enjoy the beauty they and all of nature feeds us with. Teresa, good morning. Teresa says, good morning. Beautiful. Water is so healing. I am outside on my front porch watching for Mama Cardinal, who built a nest maybe 10 feet from me. I feel so grateful and happy to be here with you all. Aww. Teresa, the Cardinals. Aww. Your winged family trusts you and feels so comfortable with you. They want to be close. Mariah reminds us, relatives, how are you feeling this morning? Susan says, I received such healing from the water. Thank you for sharing this. Yes, you're welcome, Susan. Our founder, Leah, kept telling me, go to the water, go to the water. And I'm like, isn't that going to be difficult to do with, like, you know, technology? But it's not. I just turned on my phone. Here we go. Love it. Mariah says, it's okay not to be okay. HIR Wellness is here for you all. For real, that's what we do. We're here for you. That is literally what we do. We are here to walk alongside you on your journey and path in self-care, wellness, and mental health. It's more than just counseling. Heck, even half the time, a lot of us feel like we need counseling, but the truth is we just need medicine, like community activated medicine. We just need someone to talk to. We just need to be reminded of our blessings, and to be reminded that you're not alone, and to be reminded that you're freaking awesome. Donna's here. Hi, Donna. How are you doing? She says, I'm feeling good. I put tobacco out and said a prayer with our grandmother Moon last night. Yes, the moon, relatives. So, okay, so culture is medicine, a little bit of share. And while I'm sharing about my culture, I encourage you, relatives, feel free to share your tribe, your clan, your chiefdom, your lineage. Feel free to share your geographic location. Feel free to share about your ancestry, because part of that healing too is like honoring who you are and the beauty of who you are and where you came from. Because through that way, then we honor like the way that the Creator put us here. And today, I'm really reflecting in a way of spirit, because when so, okay, I'm going to slow down. So, He Hawaii Au, which means I am Native Hawaiian. The way that we look at the full moon, our traditional way, is that we have a 4-day full moon phase. So today we're in, let me see, Thursday, Friday, we're in the 2nd day of the full moon phase. There's actually a 10-day week, we call it a Malama, And that 10-day week we're in is called the poi poi phase. So we're in the round moon phase. But of that 10 days, the last 4 days, which we just entered yesterday, is the full moon phase. So yesterday we were in the moon of Hua, and Hua is like the egg moon. The day before we were in Mohalu, the flower moon. Today we are in the moon Akua, and Akua in Olelo, Hawaii means like, it means a couple of things. It means like, we say Akua when we talk about the creator, but we also say Akua when we're talking about deities or like gods and goddesses, which in Hawaiian tradition there's over 40,000 of them. We say Akua when we're talking about like divine beings. So the moon is in Akua today, and so last night I just really took some time to reflect on spirit, because part of our wellness is physical health and mental health and work health and school health and what other kind of health? Relational health and familial health. But also a big part of our wellness that I think we don't always focus on is spirit. And not in a way where like there's a specific religion you have to have, or a specific belief, or a specific cultural identity. It's not that at all. It's just whatever way you connect to spirit. And so in the Akua moon, it just is so right, at least from my cultural perspective, that today I focus on spirit. And so if you want to share, share your cultural identity, or share something about your culture, or share about what you do for the moon, or any of that, this is the place, because community activated medicine means honoring all nations. And culture as medicine is so powerful. So powerful. Alright, I'm going to switch my camera here so I can, when we talk about it. Oh, morning elixir. What's in your morning elixir? I got water today. That's what I brought. Drinking water by the water. So today, I invite you to, as we're reflecting on spirit this morning, you can say, if you want to put a prayer up, you can post that in the comments section. Maybe you want to put a positive affirmation up. Maybe you just want to say some good words. Maybe you want to, if you laid tobacco for the moon, or if you are smudging, let us know, or how you're connecting to spirit today. And I wanted to share with you a very special thing I want to do today, for how I'm going to connect to spirit and do culture as medicine. So I love to smudge. I love that our Turtle Island relatives, thank you for the smudge. But what I have here is a lei, and I want to talk a little bit about this lei. It was given to me by my hula brother and sister, one of my hula brothers and sisters. And as Kanaka, as a native Hawaiian, when we receive a lei, we never throw it away. We don't throw it away. And this lei is tuberose and carnation. Very, very special. It smells outstanding. It smells so good. Let me give it a whiff here. Right now, dried, it smells like Fruit Loops. But when it's fresh, it smells... It's just a smell you'll never forget. And lei are given in honor for just about anything. And this was given in honor to me on my 40th birthday. And one of the things that makes that really important to me was that it was also my twin sister, Maili Lehua's 40th birthday. But Maili was not here to celebrate because in 2004 she became an MMIW. And so she didn't survive. She was found deceased. And so for my 40th, when I received this lei, I knew that there would be a time that felt right to me that I would return it back to the Aina, or return it back to the land. And right now is that moment. So mahalo for being here with me in this moment. And for me, it just felt right that it was going to go to the water. And over here, this was another thing that was given to me, was a maile lei. So this is maile. There's lots of types of maile. This is one type. And you know what's so interesting to me is, for our Turtle Island relatives, maile smells kind of like sweetgrass. Actually, it smells so much like sweetgrass. And it's also, to the Hawaiian, just very sacred. It's very hard to find nowadays. But here I have in my hand a piece of maile. And so with this, I want to, and traditionally we don't burn it, but to me it just feels right to burn it for some reason. I think it's because I'm on Turtle Island and here with the native people. So this is just a way that I'm going to celebrate spirit in the Akua moon. And so relatives, feel free to share, like, how do you honor and not celebrate? Well, I mean, I always celebrate her life when I'm taking moments, but how do you honor and how do you reflect on spirit? Do you have any things that you do on your own that you know, that help you? They might be your cultural ceremonies or rituals, but they might be your own personal rituals too. So feel free to share. And I feel good today, relatives. I really do. This is community activated medicine. She was lost a long time ago, and that was in 2004. And for a lot of time, I felt a lot of shame because she was trafficked, and our family felt a lot of shame. But now there's no shame. I don't have the shame anymore. Actually, I feel really at peace about it for being here with you all. So feel free, relatives, to share when you need to connect to spirit and when you need to honor. What is it that you do to connect? Okay, so again, I'm going to burn this maile leaf. It just seems like the right thing to do. It smells so good. And fire in our ancestral traditions and being Native Hawaiian, fire is yes, it's associated with destruction, but also creation. So we're gonna, and then while I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and take my maile, and this won't just be for maile. I also, look, there's hair in here. Not just for maile, but I want to dedicate this lei as I send it down the Menominee River to our relatives out there, to all of you. If you've ever experienced that pain of loss or emotions that are so heavy and you don't know where to place them, where maybe you have so much worry and pain on your heart about something, I invite you to take a moment to breathe through it. And you can even direct it towards this lei. And we're going to go ahead and release it. And give it back to the Aina, Papa Kahonua, Mother Earth. Yeah. So this is my dedication to you today, relatives. May you feel that in this circle, that you feel cherished like a lei, that you feel that each and every one of us is like a blossom that makes up the whole. May you take a moment to put those hurt and sadness that needs to be released. You can put it here and breathe through it. For those of you who feel sadness for loss, or if you feel guilty or shame for your mistakes, or if you feel anger for the wrongs that have happened to you, or if you feel unsatisfied for the hand that you've been dealt, if you feel uncertain, na omakua mai kalahiki a kalakau, mai ka ho'opui a ka halawai. Na omakua ya kahina kua, ya kahina alo, ya ka'akau I kalani. O kiha I kalani, o vei I kalani, nunulu I kalani, ka holo I kalani. Ea ka pula pula a o ko, O relatives of Turtle Island, O relatives of all nations, O relatives of black, white, red, and yellow, O relatives who are victims of crime, O relatives who sit with pain, O relatives who need healing, E malama o ko yamako, E ulu I kalani, E ulu I ka hunua, E ulu I ka pai aina o Turtle Island, O United States, O continents, O planet, O Mother Earth. E humai ka ike, e humai ka ikaika, e humai ke akamai, e humai ka maupopopono, e humai ka ike papa lua. Alright, I'm going to put the layout into the water. We'll see, it might get stuck right in the rocks. But aloha. There she goes. Makanit says, feeling shitty. That's okay, we're here for you, Makanit. Others might be feeling that way too, it's okay. We're here for you. Indigo says, I just finished smudging my place with sage and the Pau de Arco. Feels good. Glad to join you all here today. Indigo. Yes, smudging with sage and Pau de Arco. Excellent. Susie says, good morning. How you doing, Susie? Claudia says, sending love, Malia. I'm sending love right back to your relatives. I'm good. No worries about me. I'm here for you. But thanks for sharing in that moment. That was really special. Susie says, I hear your sadness. Yeah, I feel good. Indigo says, prayers for your sister and your entire family. May the ritual act you're doing now bring healing and comfort to you all. Totally. Every day, relatives, if you need to come for comfort, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m., this is what we're here for. We're literally here to comfort you. We're here to give you love if you feel like you don't got it. We're here to hold space if you feel lonely. We're here to honor what you need and we can give the space to you in however you need it. I know it might not seem like it because I'm the only face on the camera, but you actually govern these videos. You shape them. I just respond to you, and then I just speak whatever comes from the heart, and you know, you can gear it towards, like, you know, we're really here to serve you. So I just shared this that ceremony with you all, my own personal ceremony, because I want you to know this is a space where it's safe for you to do that. Susie says, I'm going to put my husband's ashes to the water on Saturday. Aw, Susie. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, Susie. That sounds so special. Susan says, holding you and your family in love and healing. Right back at you, Susie. Susan. Mariah says, as you are here for us all, we are all here for you as well. Sending love. Absolutely, relatives. This is truly, you know, it's about whoever needs healing. We're normalizing, you know, connecting to spirit as a way of healing. So I feel good today, relatives. Don't worry about me. I feel good. I'm here for you. I appreciate that you know, that you did that with me. But I'm really here for you, and I want you to know that this is a circle where we, you know, these healing circles, it's a sacred space. And you can trust that it'll be what it'll need to be, and you can say what needs to be said. Makanit says we had a ghost supper last night. Yes. Thank you, Makanit. Susie says, I've been putting out tobacco and berries for my family. Yes, 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 everyone. Teresa says, thank you for sharing. Sending you and your family light and love. I am walking the red road with my daily yoga and meditation practice. Start my mornings daily barefoot outside, giving thanks for the light of the rising sun, the light in me, the nurturing from Mother Earth, bringing this energy into my heart. Final thanks given to the winds of my grandfathers, ending with prayer, hands, and gratitude. Namaste. Wow. Thank you, Teresa. There's so much healing in what you say. Walking the red road, daily yoga and meditation, mornings barefoot outside, giving gratitude and thanks, nurturing from Mother Earth, energy into the heart and the winds of your grandfathers. There's so much healing there. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, Teresa. That's amazing. You are amazing. Donna says, I made a garden with solar lights, butterflies, gnomes, crane, turtles in my backyard, and call it Marie's Garden. My mom who walked on 3 years ago. Aw, Donna, I love that. That is so beautiful. Butterflies and gnomes, cranes and turtles. Yes, Marie's Garden. Beautiful, Donna. Mariah reminds us all, thank you for your shares. Donna says June 17th was her anniversary, and I did shed some tears. I do miss her, but accept that she is in the spirit world doing what she needs to do in her spirit world. Mariah says, you are so strong and love Malia and relatives. Yes, thank you, Mariah. Relatives, we are resilient. We're beautiful in our resilience. Our resilience, it's a beautiful thing. Indigo says, big yes to connecting to spirit as a way of healing. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Indigo. Leo says good morning and thank you. Leo, thank you for being here and being part of the medicine. Claudia says so connected to all today. Relatives, I want to say mahalo nui loa for being a part, the most unique and special part of community activated medicine. That is you. That is you. Every spirit that comes, every one of you, every one of us who comes to this circle creates more light, more love, more support, and more energy in this healing circle. That's the power of community activated medicine. You don't even have to speak. Just here bringing your energy. Don't get me wrong, I love for you to comment. Please keep commenting so you can shape these conversations for how you need it. But thank you for being you. Malama Punoi Kokino, take good righteous care of your mind and your body and your heart and your spirit. Oh, baby duckies. I see the baby ducks. I'm going to scan on them as I say aloha nui. Huge love to you all, relatives. Huge love to you all. Remember, you are loved. You deserve love. And you are love. Oh, family of duckies. Before we go, there's a community survey linked to this video. It's completely anonymous and it asks just a few questions. Relatives, all of our services, our founder Leah knew that she would never charge a penny for our relatives to heal. Oddly enough, the way that we continue to do this is through a survey. So please take the survey. It really is short, brief, and totally anonymous. It also helps us to understand how best to serve you. It's funny, she's standing up, but she was swimming a second ago, so the water's really shallow that mom can stand up. Also, if you need extra support, do feel free to call our CARES Warm Line. It's open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and you can call or text. Within 24 hours, you'll get a response. Alice says thank you. Thank you, Alice, and thank you all relatives. Have a beautiful Akua moon, full of spirit. Please take a moment today to reflect on what spirit means to you. And don't be afraid to ask your ancestors and the Creator or whoever it is that you pray to for support. Oh, one last thing too. It's LGBTQ plus Two-Spirit relatives. It is Pride Month. We want you to know that we love and support you. And for all of our relatives, as always, we're here for your needs. So feel free to call and reach out. Uiho akuno, everyone. Have a beautiful Akua moon and aloha.